we were able to do what we needed to do tonight, but the main thing for us is getting back to playing with tons of confidence. And I probably had something to do with it, the first 2 games of the season. We were playing with expectations, high expectations for ourselves, and I think that we maybe the moment might have just felt too much. So we've just talked a lot about, like Hans mentioned, perspective, and we just talked a lot about that the last week. And I think that this is a little bit more who we are going forward. So I wanted to keep seeing that. Now we're going on the road at a very difficult place to play at VCU, and I hope we can just keep playing like this. That's what I want to see. We were having a really hard time getting games, and we just there was an opportunity to play the BYU game, and we had another game scheduled, and we ended up having to. I thought that was a really good game for us because they're coming back here next year, and we needed to play a home game before December 15th. Honestly, and that's kind of where we got a chance to come home, and I've never really liked the Division III game after exams, so I don't know. I don't have a great answer, but that's it. That's my answer. My first year as an assistant when I was at Northwestern, Penn State had a really good team, and Joe was on the team, and so I hadn't seen him in forever, but that year I ended up going down to the NCAA tournament because Princeton was playing North Carolina in the first round, and they lost, and then Penn State ended up beating North Carolina in the second round to go to the Sweet 16, and Joe had an amazing run, so he's going to do a really good job there. We were a little worried about they play a very unusual style, like pressing and running and jumping, so but I thought we had a perfect approach to the beginning of the game once again for 2 games in a row. It's the right energy, and happy to get a win, and we got a really tough week ahead of us. So
said they played a little bit differently than I played, so kind of me coming in and just figuring out what I should do so the team doesn't have to change. So kind of me changing personally instead of the team changing is the biggest thing.
This group is like all in, and we're a team. That's what I've always said. Like, we are very much of a team. And you asked Hans some questions that he and I have been talking a lot about too, which is learning how to come back to the group, and kind of what that means for him. Because he's such a, he talks a lot here. He just doesn't talk that much. He doesn't say a whole lot. Well, at least around me, he doesn't say a whole lot. But he's very important in what we're trying to do because he gets, he can really get rebounds. And he's the older statesman. He's been here. He's been around the block.
It was a lot of fun to get out there and get the legs moving and get a couple of shots up and start playing with these guys. We go at it in practice all the time, so it felt good to see the guys like myself who don't necessarily get as many reps. And as you can see, like from top to bottom, I feel like we're pretty deep, and we all play pretty well together. We all love each other, so you can see that continuity when we're out there.
Jose's a point guard, real point guard, like all the way through. He's got a real good feel for the game. I wish he wouldn't look at the bench that much. Like, he kind of looks over at the bench. So I want him to kind of run things out there, be confident in who he is. But you can tell there's a calmness, and that's what he is. And I've seen him play really, really well in big situations in high school and AAU basketball. So he's going to be a very good player.